Good morning, everybody. My name is George. I am the founder here at Extension Ecom, and today we're going to be talking about an upcoming event on Amazon Prime Big Deal Day, a tentpole event that is going to be occurring on October 8th and October 9th. It'll be a 48-hour sales event that's going to offer Amazon Prime members an exclusive access to discounts. It was introduced back in 2022, and it's basically just the fall Prime Day. However, don't expect this event to generate as much traffic and sales as July Prime Day. However, you can expect a nice uptick. So let's start with the basics here. What is a tentpole event? Just so you all can understand what the heck I'm talking about when I'm saying tentpole event. So tentpole event is just a term that's commonly used in retail e-commerce marketing to define a major event or promotion or release that's just going to generate significant visibility, engagement, and revenue. So examples of tentpole events include Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Amazon Prime Day, Amazon Prime Big Deal Day, just these large events that generate a lot of traffic. Now, there's pros and cons to everything, and some benefits here to this tentpole event include increased traffic, visibility, and sales, which can result in an increase in organic rank, which is awesome to have heading into a Q4. That's going to result in more organic sales. It can also drive word of mouth, right? If you buy a product and you like it, you tell your friends, you tell your family, and those individuals might go purchase. It can create repeat buyers. So for non-consumable brands, if they buy one product, they can then go buy other products from your product lines and drive more and more sales for you. And for repeat buyers, for consumable brands, it's pretty obvious, right? If you consume the product and you like it, I eat overnight oats every morning. I buy overnight oats again just because I need them to eat. They're gone. Finally, increase in review count. Massive spike in sales can lead to a massive spike in reviews, and trust is everything, right? And the more reviews you have, the more credibility your listing has. So some cons of tentpole events include window shopping in the lead up. You tend to see conversion rate decrease, sales decrease in the couple weeks prior as shoppers are just shopping around and not buying. Sales lull in the lead out as people just spent all their cash. Inventory management can be difficult and margins can be reduced. So this can lead to lower sales if you don't discount properly or don't have the right strategy in place. It can lead to long-term sales decreases if your inventory is mismanaged to the point where you just go out of stock, and then obviously you got to ship it in, and that takes time. And Amazon FCs just don't like to submit things quickly. And then also, if you just discount too heavily or push too hard on ads, you might just generate no profit. Now, I personally don't view these events as profitable events where you should be trying to optimize for the highest profit margin. I try to go after all of these other pros here while breaking even or making a little cash on those 2 days. So let's talk about how do we maximize that revenue and gain those benefits that we just talked about to set ourselves up for success in Q4. Well, the first thing you need to do is you needed to submit weeks to months in advance for your deals and your inventory. But if that has not occurred yet, that's okay because you can still participate by utilizing coupons, price cuts, or Prime exclusive discounts. So what you want to do first is just look at historic sales data to see what sales lift you previously had. Look at historic search volume to see what the change in search volume looks like and decide, hey, based on our inventory levels, can we participate this year? If yes, you would want to create a deal, a promotion, or a discount that is competitive 20% plus. Next up, you'd want to define your budget and your ROAS goals for the event so that everybody's aligned. Once you have those things in place, you're ready to go. Now, the lead up is going to be starting typically, 2 weeks prior. If you're doing a much bigger push, maybe 4 weeks if you're doing some awareness tactics, but that's going to be our 8-figure plus brands. For anybody in the 7 figures and 6 figures, really just the 2 weeks prior. Now, during this phase, shoppers are going to become aware that there is a tentpole event, right? Amazon's going to be promoting and saying, hey, Prime Big Deal Day, Prime Big Deal Day, Prime Big Deal Day, and everybody's going to tighten up their wallet and they're going to wait for those deals to come through. So you can expect a decrease in conversion rate and a decrease in sales during this period. And the goal really is just to be visible and increase your rank on keywords or across the ASIN holistically so that day of the event, shoppers can find you and shoppers have seen you before. So to do this, you want to utilize your sponsored products, your brands, and your brand's video, really just your search advertising on keywords that you want to win and rank on. And for a bonus, make sure that you check your SEO and that you're including those words in your title, in your bullets, in your alt, in your back end, etc. Next up, you're going to need to keep an eye on your bids and budgets as the market is going to slowly become more competitive during this time. You're going to need to increase bids, budgets, etc., just to maintain your visibility. Now, you've done your 2 weeks correctly, you got to the day of the Prime event, and you're excited. What do? Well, day of phase is to the 2 days of Prime Big Deal Day, and it's going to be October 8th and 9th. And this is where this is going to be where shoppers come to the website to look for those discounts. You can expect a large traffic increase and a large sales increase to discounted items. So what you want to do is capture as many shoppers as possible during this phase, and you're going to need to continue to monitor and increase those bids and budgets across all campaigns, especially the campaigns with the terms you want to win on. So what people will do is they'll create specific naming conventions for Prime Day campaigns so that they can monitor those more closely and make sure those are pushing properly. You're also going to want to leverage sponsored display remarketing to drive shoppers who viewed your product in the lead up phase back to your product detail page when they're ready to buy and your promo is live. After you've done Prime Deal Day and you've gotten those sales, you're now going to be in the lead out phase. This is going to occur October 10th to 17th, typically the week after. You can expect a traffic decrease on Amazon, a sales decrease, and overall just a sales lull. During this stage, your goal is to shift your focus to readjusting your console back to baseline, managing your inventory levels, and carrying the conversation on with the shoppers that you just talked to. So in your console, you're going to slowly start to decrease bids and budgets back to the pre-tentpole event levels. You're going to check CPCs prior to the event. You're going to check where CPCs are at now, and you're going to start to slowly cut back at that over the course of the week. Secondly, you're going to do the same exact thing, but with your budget. Next up, you're going to look at your inventory. If it's low, you're going to want to cut back on ads more aggressively, potentially create a duplicate FBM listing so that if you do sell through, you can continue to fulfill. You just have to go to the UPS store, unfortunately. And then obviously ship stock in. And finally, turn on purchases remarketing if you are a consumable brand to drive repeat buyers from those people who just bought. And bonus for high priced items is to run low CPC remarketing. This is for our non-consumable, our $100, $150, $200 products. And get that low CPC remarketing on to shoppers who just clicked but didn't buy. Maybe they're still looking. So let's just go through the completed guide here. In the lead up, we're going to monitor our bids and we're going to increase them and our budget to stay competitive. We also want to identify keywords we want to win on and maintain an always on approach to increase the rank for that leading into the sales event. And again, remember SEO, keep it in titles, bullets, alt text, A+, you know the drill. Expect a decrease in sales and conversion rate during this phase, but don't stray from your strategy. Next up, day of October 8th and 9th, you're going to see a large surge of traffic and sales, and you're going to want to maintain competitive bids and monitor your budgeting once more. Overspend does happen often on tentpole events, so check that console multiple times per day. Make sure you're spending properly. Also, the data will probably lag. It's Amazon. Then you're going to want to turn on remarketing campaigns to drive sales. Those shoppers saw you in the lead up, and now you have a discount. They know who you are. They're incentivized. They're more likely to buy. Next up in the lead out phase, October 10th, October 17th, really monitor those CPC levels, utilize bid decreases over the course of the week to reset to baseline CPC. Do the exact same thing with budget. For inventory, check it out, make sure you're good, ship in more product, utilize FBM if needed. For consumables, utilize the purchases remarketing, and for non-consumables, utilize low CPC remarketing. That's all for today. Thank you all for listening. I hope you all crush it on Prime Big Deal Day. If you're still confused, don't know what to do, we do this all day, every day. Feel free to check us out. There's a link in the description below. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day.